Hey guys, how's it going? All the while here, and we're in the corner. You know what that means, and also the portal is glowing red. You know what that means as well. We're pulling golds. Six shards. There it is, 6 shards. I've been a good boy. The clan boss gave me a sacred shard. That means I can pull my six because if we see, where is it? The summon rush event. Free to play life, by the way. We need 3,000 points here to get the GOM Yellow Hand Fragment for the event. Everything else, yeah, it's fun. Now, get more goodies, but no. We're only going to pull the six that we have to get the fragments. Progressive chances here. I mean, these are all, the epics are all food. I guess I'll get a Colin. Neil Frigg here. I don't know if he's booked out all the way, so we'll do that. And for this, I will do. I mean, I don't have Preva. I don't have Zaharias. So that would be a good decision, right? But I'm feeling maybe if we get another Fabian. Fabian is a staple in our live arena team. So if we get an empowerment for Fabian, give him a little bit more speed, he would be a +2. He's already a +1 as is. So maybe getting a second or a third of Fabian, I guess, at this point, would be the play. Now, with only 6 shards, as is with all of the poll videos, this isn't a summoning poll video. This is a reading comprehension video. So we're going to read every single ability of every single champion that we pull because that's the meta in the shard opening videos. Let's go. 100,000 polls, 100,000 gold each. Oh, what? Oh, okay, there it is. Well, we're forced to read it because we got a legendary off the rip. Whoa, I don't think we were close to mercy at all, actually. Whoa, this is a surprise. I believe we were at 0 mercy. Our last sacred shard that we pulled was a legendary. So technically, this is a back to back. And this is actually pretty eventful because we do not have a Basilius Roanus from the High Elves. And especially for the High Elves, they are lacking a good nuker, and I believe he is the go-to for the faction wars hard if you are looking for a nuking champion. Let's read over this kit again. Reading comprehension. I guess there's no passive, so I guess just 3 skills. A1 block buffs, single target. 100% chance win booked. We're not going to book them, obviously, because free to play, right? But 80% chance of stealing one random buff, and then 80% chance of placing a block buff if the target has no active buffs. Okay, so he has to be fast, okay? In A2, a 3-hitter, good for the Fire Knight. If you guys didn't know that, been playing Raid Shadow Legends for 5 years, multiple hits equals good for Fire Knight. Yeah, there it is. One enemy 3 times will ignore increased defense, shield buffs, and block damage buffs, as well as 50% of the. So this is the key here. Ignores 50% of the target's defense. So equals big hit A2 on a 3-turn cooldown. And an A3 on a 4-turn. AoE, 75% chance of placing a stun debuff. Okay, so you have some crowd control as well. All right, pretty good. And when we ascend them, wow, it's not even a passive where we ascend, we get extra benefit. This is how old the champion is. If we ascend them, then the A3 gets buffed up, decreases the target's turn meter by 50% if the stun was not placed. So either or, you still get some crowd control there. Really good. I'm actually pretty excited about this. A new champion, especially with my roster, when you get a new champion, that's pretty rare. So big win for us, but also because we did pull a legendary, it goes to a ×20 for a Fabian. We have 5 shards left. Can we pull it off? Another 100,000 silver. Let's go. Back to back? No, of course not. We have Pan the Bowhorn. I have actually built this champion. Increased speed in dungeons. Yes, yes, yes. The key with Pan is his freeze ability here. So you have some crowd control for faction wars hard. Also for the Fire Knight hard, because it's a double hitter, guys. Again, multi-hit equals good for Fire Knight hard. And with the freeze debuff, that also decreases the turn meter once the Fire Knight's shield goes down. So good for Fire Knight hard. Also for the Centranos S17, if I'm not mistaken, Fyro is there when it's a little bit more limiting. So you have that. Increase speed, increase attack, and then you also have attack one enemy 3. So again, another multi-hitter, good for the Fire Knight. So we have good Fire Knight champions here with a weaken and a fear chance there. Perfect. All right. Did we read enough? No, we should read the full attacks all enemies before attacking. Okay, yeah, we need to read the whole kit, right? Every single word. All right, let's go. Third shard here. What do we get? A Talia. Okay. Talia, I have built a Talia. Good for, guess what, Centranos. Good for Centranos there when there's a restriction for epics. An A1 attacks one enemy 3 times, hack and slash. An A2 rise to duty attacks all enemies, places a 25% increased attack buff and a 15% increased critical rate buff on this champion for 2 turns. Self buff has a 75% chance of placing a bomb debuff that will detonate after 3 turns when Phoenix is on the same team. So also a bomber. That I did not know because I do not pair Phoenix with my Talia. And also I don't read, but hey, we are reading now because this is what the meta is for the Sharp Pull videos. Places a 25% increased attack buff when Ascendant skill. Okay, so that stays the same. Does it? So it places the 25% increase in the increased attack, increased crit rate, but then also attacks the enemies when you ascend the champion by 3 pink stars. Okay. And an A3 Awesome Presence places a counter attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff, booked to 100%, 10 plus 15, 75, 85, 95 with the 5%, 100% chance for 2 turns. Pretty good A3 with a increased crit rate in dungeons by 15%. Really old champion, very me, gimme, only me, only a counterattack on myself. So pretty good. All right, did we read enough? All right, let's go for our next pull. We want to prolong this as much as possible. Flesh Terror. Oh, that's a good chance. Actually, no, we did not prolong this. Let's go back, guys. We got to read every single of these progressive chance people too. All right, let's. Prava. We got to make sure. See what we can get, right? Revives a single ally. Okay. Oh, it's a reviver for the demon spawn. So in case you don't have a Duchess Lilitu, we have ourselves a reviver. So this is a pretty good choice for you guys. Also a healer. Oh, okay. Actually, Prava's pretty good. And then transfer all debuffs. Passive. At the start of this champion's turn, transfers 1 debuff from each ally. Will not transfer hard CC. So for PvP, because we are a PvP-centric channel, right? Not really beneficial. If anything, we want to transfer the debuffs. These are the debuffs that matter. So you'll transfer a decreased defense, I guess, a decrease accuracy. Okay, so again, it's more of a PvE centric passive. At the end of this champion's turn, fills the turn meter of all allies by an additional 10%. Wait, not by an additional. Again, reading comprehension. That's why we need to read, guys. At the end of this champion's turn, fills the turn meter of all allies by 10%, and an additional 2% for each debuff on this champion. If there are multiple champions, the Yumiko effect, right? Only Yumiko, multiple Yumikos can have the proc. If you're not Yumiko, you don't have that. Excuse me. Okay. Elva is also a good choice for you guys, right? If you guys don't have a good reviver for the Sylvan Watchers, as a single target revive, actually, no, we should read it. Sprouting Season revives a target ally with 40% HP and 50% turn meter, then places a 60% increased debuff and a 50% increased attack buff on that ally for 2 turns. In A2, Nature's Paths has a 75% chance of removing all debuffs, I should say, from all allies. That's a cleanser for everyone out there. Places a block debuffs and an increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. A 30% increase. I gotta make sure I gotta read everything. In an A1, Scepter of Thriving attacks one enemy, places a 15% attacks one enemy, places a 15% continuous heal buff for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. What are we at here? We're at 11 minutes. Okay, this can go longer. Damage based on attack, guys, okay? Passive Leaf Shroud. Heal each ally by 10% of their max HP at the start of their turn. Places a perfect Veil buff for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP at the end of this champion's turn. With an increased ally speed in all battles by 19%. Really good for the siege because the arena speed auras do not take into effect. So really good champion. I prefer other revivers because this is only a single target reviver, but it is a built-in cleanse on the A2 where you remove the debuffs and you place block debuffs for any future debuffs after the turn. So because of this A2, Elva is a really good champion. Fabian, should we go over? No. Again, if you guys don't like this, please pass the message along to other CCs. Again, they can do what they want, but every single one, yeah, we got to read, right? We got to read. We're just pulling champions, but hey, we got to make this educational as well. 2 more champions to pull here. Let's go. Oh, no gold. Another pan. Should we read his kit again? I didn't think we read every single word, so I think we should, guys. Even though we just no, we're not gonna do that. Again, what time we're at? 12 minutes, 13. Okay, well, let's final shard, guys. Let's go. Last pull, legendary. No, never lucky. And there's the Yalfrig. We did hit on the progressive chance. What does Colin have here? A base attacks 1 enemy. Decrease attack. Okay. Attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of stealing 1 random buff from each enemy. Also places a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. And an A3, committed offensive, fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%, then places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns with a passive. Per durable, removes all decreased attack debuffs from all allies at the start of this. And we all know how much decreased attack debuffs are in the meta right now, so this is huge. Never building this champion, but since we pulled him, let's see here. Where's Colin? All right, he's already a +4. So this is what we do with all of our dupes, guys. Okay, so we have we don't have them booked out, so this is why we hit the progressive so we can book them out. We'll never use them, but in case we do, he's ready. He's going to be fully booked. And let's check the Summon Rush event. Even though we just did the calculations before we pulled, right? It's 500 points times 6 Sacred Charge, which would give us a 3,000. But let's just check nonetheless. Yes, let's check here. And oh, just as we predicted, but we just wanted to make sure just in case, there it is, and we click the buttons. Because we're free to play, we don't click on the energy, right? We don't click on the energy. We'll leave that there. We'll leave the red dot, even though it annoys us. It's free to play, so we'll leave that there. Anyway, guys, let me know. Oh, whoa, what is this? More shards? No, no, no. We are done. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had better luck than me. Actually, no, I had pretty decent luck with 6 shards off of Mercy. We did pull a new legendary champion, which we will put to 60. So, hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care and peace.